Alright, hockey fans, so how we doing tonight? Tampa, Toronto, game 2. And boy, oh boy, you want to talk about a difference in pressure between these two teams, okay? On one hand, you've got the Lightning, who they got, I'm not saying they got nothing to play for, but they got nothing to prove, right? They have done the winning. They have shown that they are a championship quality team. They won the first game on the road. I mean, they are just going to be loosey-goosey. They're going to be sipping margaritas on the bench. Meanwhile, Toronto hasn't won a first-round series since Abe Lincoln was president. And fans are not happy. Nobody's happy, I tell you. And, of course, I saw some Leaf fans complaining about the refereeing. Look, this is the Lightning, okay? You're going to have to take your best game and then be better than that and hope the Lightning makes some mistakes. Because if you thought what was going on in the regular season was the regular Lightning, and that's what you thought you were going to get in the playoffs, you ain't been paying attention these last 3 years. So, what do I expect to... Oh, boy, what do I think Toronto's going to lose this game. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be hard fought. I'm thinking 3-2 Tampa. We might have our first overtime tilt, but I have no trust in Toronto. I have all the trust in Tampa to win this game. Seems simple. Toronto's going to have to get off to a really good start. If you give Vasilevsky even a couple of goals here early on, that pressure, I mean, Toronto's holding the stick so tight they're going to break it. You see what I'm saying? So, on one hand, I'd like to see a good long series. On the other, after the Panthers are done dispatching the Bruins, I know we're going to be meeting up with the Lightning the way it should be. 3rd year in a row, and this time we're going to get them. 3-2 Lightning. Sure, let's do a little bit of extra hockey here. Let's get back to it. I can't speak. Let's see what happens. Well, geez, it's 3-0 Leafs after 1. I'd like to say I saw that coming, but I didn't know. I didn't see that coming. So, Toronto's playing well. They're playing like a team that's desperate. They don't want to go down 0-2 in the hole. And when Andrei Vasilevsky has a bad night, he has a bad night. And I say that because I know when the Panthers have had his number on any given night, he can have no problem giving up 5, 6, 7 goals. I don't know if they leave him in for 7, but he don't look like himself. Tampa's missing Chernak. Tampa's missing Hedman. This series is looking like it's going to go back to Tampa Bay, tied 1-1, which I'm sure Tampa's fine with from the sense of you'd always want to split while you're on the road. Tampa's had a couple power plays. Power play looks pretty good. Toronto's blocking shots, and that's one thing that will probably irritate the hell out of the Lightning because that's their move. So we'll see if Tampa can even get this sucker close. Otherwise, the other half of this recap will be Jersey and the Rangers. We'll finish watching the game. All right, Tampa, come on, make it a game, guys. So, after this part, we're going to have it's 6-1 Toronto. So we're switching. So we're going to switch to the Rangers and Devils. So I'm going to go find, I've got a Rangers jersey. So I'm going to piss off Kyle, wear a Rangers jersey because I'm just having fun. It's 6-1 Toronto. Tampa might have a problem if Chernak and Hedman can't come back. Now, Hedman's supposed to be day-to-day. I don't know what Chernak's deal is. But Vasilevsky, what did I say? What did I say? When he's bad, and he can give up 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 6. Hopefully they pull the dude, man. The series is obviously going to be tied. This was about as bad of a blowout in the playoffs I've seen in quite some time. Toronto just really took it to Tampa. And now I'm not going to sit here and say Tampa's done. Okay? Not about to count Tampa out. And for those of you Toronto fans, for you Toronto Maple Leaf fans, I'll leave you with this. Last year, the Rangers had a 2-0 lead on the Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they had a 2-0 lead in Game 3. And everybody thought, that's it. The Lightning are done. They've run out of gas. And they won 4 straight and got back to the Cup. So do not, please, do yourselves a favor. Okay, I say this as a hockey brother and sister, or whatever it is. Hockey brethren, don't convince yourself because of how bad Tampa looks right now that they are done. Please, I'm begging you, don't do that to yourselves. You should know by now. You're Leaf fans, okay? Be happy that it's split it. Just be happy it's 1-1 and move on, all right? Because Tampa did what they wanted to do, which was get home ice, okay? They didn't no-show tonight. Toronto showed up. Congratulations. Not taking anything away from you. But don't convince yourself because of how lopsided this game is that that's it. Tampa's done. They've run out of gas. Because there's a few teams buried in the graveyard that Tampa's put there that thought Tampa had run out of gas. So when they lose 4 in a series and it's not the Cup, then you can say they ran out of gas. Until then, I fully expect them to be back loaded for bear. I guess it would be Saturday in Tampa. I guess that's when that game is. So we're asking the chat, because we're live streaming, so we're asking the chat right now if they want to watch the rest of the Tampa-Toronto game or if they want to watch the rest of the Jersey and Rangers game, which is a 1-1. I have a feeling we're going to be watching the Jerseys game. So this might conclude the Tampa Toronto part of the video, and the next time you see me, I might be wearing a Ranger jersey talking about Gerard Gallant and Vincent Trocheck. I don't know. I just work here. They tell me what to do, and so I do it. So we'll move on to either the second period of New York or the third period in Toronto, and we'll see what happens. All right, so go ahead, get it out. Get it. You guys aren't, if you're a new fan, I can't talk tonight. If you're a new fan of the channel, my Panther fans are not used to seeing me in Tampa Bay hats and Ranger jerseys. I would have wore a Devils jersey, but last summer when people sent me jerseys so I could do the fan reaction videos, I didn't get a jersey. I didn't get a jersey. I got a Rangers jersey. So we've switched to the Rangers and Devils, and it was 1-1. And by the time my ass was in the seat, it was 2-1, and now it's 3-1 New York. Now Tampa and Toronto are halfway done with the third period. It's still 6-1, so I'm really glad that we switched. They even left Vasilevsky in, but that dude doesn't ever want to get taken out. So that game is done. So we've moved on to the Rangers and the Devils, and I'm hoping that the Devils can at least make it a game, because I want to know how late do I got to stay up to watch a decent game, because the Leafs and the Bolts was disappointing, and it's 3-1 New York now, and if it becomes 4-1, Jersey ain't coming back from that. So I don't think we're going to stay up and watch any of, with the Vegas, it's Vegas and Seattle, no, it's Colorado and Seattle first, and then Vegas and the Jets afterwards. I really don't feel like having to stay up till 2 a.m. to see a decent game, but I might. So I've got the Rangers jersey on. I'm rooting for the Rangers, but I'm rooting for the Devils to tie the game so we can have overtime and have that excitement. So that's where we are right now. Stay tuned. All right, well, you see where we ended up. We watched the first period of the Avalanche in Seattle. Seattle's winning that game 2-0. So we're going to bed because it's apparently our fault. The Leafs absolutely destroyed Tampa Bay 7-2. And like I said, don't get convinced that that's the way that's going to go. But the Lightning do need to get Chernak and Hedman back. Or they need to at least get one of those guys back, because defensively, Obviously, 7 goals. And Vasilevsky, like I said, when he's off, he's off. What did I say? 5, 6, 7, 7. So, and then the Rangers, we sit down, it's 1-1, and by like this 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1. So now the Devils, unfortunately, if you watched the series preview I did of that series with Mike and Mike, they were both Rangers fans, and they were concerned about the Devils' speed, but it's the playoffs, and they've got a good team, and they know how to throttle them down. You've seen what happened to the Panthers last year with the Lightning, and that out of all the series and of everything that's going on, that's the one that looks like it could be a sweep. I don't see. I mean, the Devils have scored 2 goals in 2 games. I don't see anything that shows me the Devils can win a game in New York. So I think that series is going to be ending rather rapidly. So that's it. Short and sweet here because there's nothing to recap. It was just one route after another after another. Now Seattle's got a 2-0 lead here. See what happens to that in the morning, but we did a 4-hour and 10-minute stream, so I think we're done. I think we're toast. My eyes are fried. We kept hoping that one of the games would turn into something good and exciting. I'd like to have an overtime game, but it didn't happen. So I'm going fishing in the morning, so there will be no Stu and I in the morning, and then I'll have the podcast out. For those of you who are new here, I have a 1-hour podcast every Monday through Friday. For the members and the Patreon supporters, links are in the description. It's $3 a month. And then we'll be right back at it streaming tomorrow night. Game 3, Panthers Bruins. That's the one. That's the game, man. If the Panthers can win that game, you're really going to start to see the pressure start to get to the Bruins. I have a feeling. It's already chipping and everything under the skin, and all of the good chirping with the open mic and all of that. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. I see a lot of people thinking about, oh, it was terrible what Kachuk said. You know what? If you can't handle how men act when they're playing sports, then just don't watch the sports, okay? Not everybody has to adapt their behavior to make you feel comfortable. That's how guys talk a lot of times. Not all of them, but it's just a generally accepted thing that there's trash talk. And the only difference between what happened last night and what happens all the other times is the mic picked it up. That's the only thing. That was the only difference. So lay off of Kachuk. He's a good guy. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm not making a prediction for that. I am wiped out. I am absolutely fried from just the energy output of trying to get one of these games to be good. And they all sucked. I'll see you tomorrow.